welcome back to our channel, guys. If you're new here, we're Richie, Laura, Frankie and Freddie, and you join us on our round the world tour in campervan Kev.
This week we spend our first full week in Georgia, including some thermal baths and an Iron Age cave town.
We hope you enjoy it.
So today you join us at country number 16, Georgia.
We're super excited to be here, and the drive through the border and everything was pretty plain sailing.
Yeah, it's quite a nice easy border. They didn't care about anything. They didn't ask for the rabbits or dogs documents. They wanted the car documents, obviously, like most of them do, but that's about it.
Yeah, and then we managed to get a SIM card pretty easy. I think we got it with Beeline, I think it's called. It worked out at about £9, which was about, what was it, about 30 Larry, was it?
Something like that. We've got to get to grips with it all,
yeah. It's hard to work it all out. So, but that came with about 150 gigabytes, so pretty good for what we've had.
It would be good if you could use it. It's absolutely shocking. You don't get signal anywhere. When you do, it's slow as anything. So yeah, it was really not the best data in Georgia. We're going to try and get a different SIM card today, and hopefully that one might be a bit better. But this was our first park up, and today we've spent a couple of days here now, but today we're going to move on. We're going to go inland, and I think there's some nice thermal springs we're going to go and check out.
Yeah, brilliant.
Let's just go and see what they're like.
So we made it. We're parked up near the thermal springs in Georgia. Nice little area actually. We was left alone. We've been here for the last couple of days along this little river here. The boys have had a swim, the dogs had a swim. It's been really nice actually, just to have a bit of quiet, because a lot of places are rammed at the moment, especially down at the beaches and stuff. So it's just been quite nice to just chill out. We've had quite a lot going on back at home that we've had to deal with. So we're now going to head towards the thermal springs. It's literally just across this like little bush bit. And let's go and see how hot they are. Not that it needs to be hot, because it is boiling. I think it's about 38 it's been for the last couple of days. So hence why everybody's just been in the river swimming. Cool.
So this is it. Very small, super smelly as well. You can really smell the sulphur. Quite a cool looking one though. What makes it even better, we're the only ones here. Very rare that you get sulphur water or hot baths or springs or whatever, and you'd be the only ones there. So loving this.
It's like a bath. I never thought that I'd say that I'd want it a little bit cooler, but this temperature of this country is considerably gone up. When we left Turkey, it was only about, what, 28, 29, and the weather wasn't that great. The sun wasn't really out. It was raining most of the time. And then we've come to this, and it's like 38, 39. It's so hot. And now we're sitting in a bath.
The place is called Rioni. I think it's pronounced like that, but I'll leave it down on the screen. Nice and easy to find, and it's all on Park for Night. You can actually park right where we're parked there, but apparently a lot of the locals come at night and they party all through the night. So that's the reason we park down by the river. Nice and tucked out the way. Nice little spot down there, but these are lovely. Perfect temperature as well. Not too hot, not too cold. Perfection.
What if the world had more of your smile? What if the wind could spread your love? What if your sweetness could reach everyone?
I think the springs were really nice. We got there at the right time really, because just as we was leaving there was quite a few people starting to turn up, so definitely get there early if you're going to visit. We're now going about 3 hours inland. We're going to go and find a park up that we found on Park for Night, and then get ready, chill out for this afternoon and get ready for a day's exploring tomorrow.
We're just driving along and we see a sign for LPG. and we've got an empty bottle at the minute, so we thought perfect timing. We'll call in quick and hopefully they'll fill it up for us. We haven't tried filling one up in Georgia yet. Everywhere else we've been able to do it, so fingers crossed that these will fill it up for us.
So he's doing it. Well, that was easy. Come to 840 lari, which is about how much, Richard?
I still haven't got it.
We still haven't got it round it, so we'll put it in the bottom.
I think it's about £2.50 though.
£2.50?
Yeah.
So yeah, that was probably one of the most easiest ones we've been to throughout the whole of the countries, wasn't it? Apart from in Albania, they were quite good, but yeah, at least we've got some gas.
Well, what a park up this one is. Kev's just parked right here, right on the river, which is lovely and cool. It is still quite hot at the minute, so we've needed this. But up there's some caves which are about 3,000 years old, from the Iron Age. People used to live in them, which we have a brilliant view from here. They just look amazing, and it's crazy to think that they would have come down to this river 3,000 years ago for their water as well. So yeah, we're liking this spot.
Seems the kindness in Turkey has rubbed off on the Georgians as well, and they're just as friendly as what they are in Turkey. So we've got some people behind us. As soon as we arrived, they gave us a massive watermelon, which was so good. And we actually see them before we pulled up that they had it kept in the river, so it was really cold and really nice. So that's another tip that we've picked up, and we're going to do that with ours in future, because a lot of the watermelons are so big out here you can't possibly even fit it in the fridge. So if we're by a lake or a river like this, it's perfect to keep it cool. And now they've just come over with some little nuggets with peanuts in, which look really tasty, so we're going to try them now. Wow, tastes like Snickers. Really nice.
I stand by you when you're falling, when the river is calling. I said I love you forever. We can make it together.
So being in Georgia, we haven't been able to find a big supermarket as of yet. Only very small type market-y type shops. So we haven't really been able to pick up the foods that we really like. So what we've decided to do for tonight's dinner is jacket potatoes. We found some tuna and we're going to make tuna jacket potatoes. When we do them in our oven, which is in a camper van, it takes forever. We did it once back at home, and I'm not joking, it must have took us about 2 to 3 hours just to cook the jacket potato in the oven. So we found that if we just fork some holes into the jacket potato, rub them with butter, then thingy it over with tin foil and stick it on the barbie, and they turn out brilliantly. So I'm going to show you them tonight. So that's the jacket potatoes on. They take about 30 to 60 minutes depending on how crispy you like them, but yeah, I can't wait till they're done. And look at them. Can't wait to dig in now just to put the filling in. So that was a really nice jacket potato last night. We forgot to film the filling of it, and this is exactly why we don't do a lot of food videos in our vlogs, because we just ever so hungry every time, and then we forget to film it. But them caves last night were all lit up and it looked amazing. Perfect park up.
We were hoping to go up and check the caves out today, but Fred's not feeling very well. He's been sick a couple of times. We don't know if it's a sickness bug or what, so it's not very fair. I think there's a lot of walking, so we're not going to put him through that. We're going to stay where we are until he feels better, hopefully tomorrow, maybe the next day. And we're just going to enjoy it. Going to have a nice little swim in the river with an excellent view. And as soon as he's feeling better, we're going to go up there and show you all what it's like.
we've left the park up this morning. Fred's feeling a lot better than he was yesterday. He's back to his old self, shouting and hollering like he normally does. So we know he's feeling better. So we're just going to these caves now. It's only 5 minutes journey, so not too far. Can't wait to go and see, actually. History lesson for all of us. Okay, so we've arrived. We've parked in the car park, which is just behind me. And now we are going in. I'm not sure how much it's going to cost. I will have a look and let you know. Okay, so it's 15 lari for the normal ticket, or 20 lari for a museum and wine tasting in the wine cellar. So we shall see. I can't wait for this now.
So I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right, but I think it's called Uplistsikhe, something like that anyway, but I'll put it on the screen. The caves here are roughly 2,600, 2,700 years old, and some of them were built in the Iron Age. It's just unbelievable. From the park up we was over there, looking up at the mountains, it just fascinates me that people were living here that many years ago and were coming down to the same river collecting water, and they even managed to make these that long ago. Unbelievable.
There must have been so many people walking across these over the years that these footpaths have now turned into little ruts.
So how cool is this for a staircase? Definitely the oldest one we've ever climbed.
The UNESCO World Heritage Site of Uplistsikhe is the oldest cave town in Georgia. Some of the structures date back to the 1st century AD, but archaeologists now know that humans inhabited the site from as early as the 2nd millennium BC. It is built within a rocky cliff and consists of several hundred rooms and chambers. The central part of the complex stretches out over 8 hectares and is also connected via tunnels and stairs. Alleyways and staircases branch off, leading to different caves used as living quarters, communal spaces and ceremonial halls. There are streets, squares, a sewer system, 4 gates, a secret tunnel that leads to the river Mikvari. Nowadays, it is considered to be an open-air museum. Legend has it Uplistsikhe was built by slaves. The slaves were given a pickaxe, half of which was covered with iron and the other half with gold. Once the slaves had worn the iron out down to the gold, they were set free and got to keep the gold as a reward.
Look at the work involved in this one. There was just a sign saying that this was Queen Tamar's hall. Definitely fit for a queen. Now this one behind me would have been the wine cellar, and for those that don't know, wine was actually founded in Georgia. There's loads of these little holes carved out as well, so I'm guessing they use these for storage for something. So we've seen quite a few of the caves up there, not all of them because there's literally so many and it's a real hot day today, so yeah, we've had enough of walking up and down all those steep hills, but now we've come to the wine cellar. sample some of this Georgian wine.
So this one has got the amber colour to it because it's made within the clay pots underneath the ground.
There's a nice bit of wine tasting that. Not really that into wine normally, but it was nice, and she was telling us quite a lot of facts about the different wines as well and the processes of making it. Yeah, so that's it. We're on the way back to Kiev. Like I say, it's absolutely sweltering today, so we're going to get in, get the aircon on and get to the next spot.
That was quite a nice little afternoon out actually. It only cost £20. Our two was like a little bit more because obviously we had the wine tasting. But yeah, it was really decent.
Well, we've made it to our next stop. Really don't know how with these Georgian roads. They are absolutely shocking. It's like motorway roads with no lane markings. Everyone's all over the road, getting overtaken while you're in traffic, pointless overtakes. But we're here in one piece. Come to a place called Tbilisi. I think once again that's how it's pronounced. And this here behind me is the Chronicle of Georgia. It's quite good timing really, because our park up is by Tbilisi, which is just like, I think it's one of the biggest lakes in Georgia, to be honest, and that's where we're going to be heading after this. But first of all, we'll show you around. First things first, we got to climb this staircase.
I've been feeling so small. Watch the clock ticking off the wall. But tonight I'm letting it go. Spend my coin for sure. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now.
So the Chronicle of Georgia was built in 1985. The top half of the pillars, they showcase kings, queens and heroes from throughout the years, and the bottom half of the pillars, it shows the story of Christ.
There's 16 pillars in total and they range between 30 to 35 metres tall. This was dedicated to the 3000th anniversary of the Georgian statehood.
So it's only a quick visit to this one. It's a shame we haven't got a drone though, because this would look quality with the drone. In fact, it reminds me of Stonehenge a little bit. Nowhere near as old or anything, or not even naturally made, but it's just the way they're stacked out. Just a cool place.
So this is our park up for this evening. They call this Tbilisi, if that's how you pronounce it. Rich will have to put it up on the screen, but yeah, for a park up, this will do us nicely.
Unfortunately, our time in Georgia has been cut a little bit short. We've ended up snapping a leaf spring on Kev, which is the joys of getting to these amazing park ups we get to. But also our water pump's packed up and we can't get one delivered for another 2 weeks. Whereas if we cross the border back into Turkey, we can get one delivered within 2 days. So that's what we're gonna do.
And to sum up our time in Georgia, it has been brilliant. The people are friendly, the country is amazing. The only trouble is are the roads. They're horrendous, and the drivers are absolutely crazy. They do the most pointless overtakes. And you're literally just grabbing your seat every 5 minutes.
We've been overtaken and a car is overtaking the car that's overtaking us. That's how crazy they are.
It's mad.
And it lets the country down a bit, because I'm surprised we haven't crashed, but still a beautiful country and definitely worth visiting. Just don't bring your van, do it as a holiday.
And so join us next week as we head back into Turkey and let's see what's in store for us. And if you haven't already, please make sure you like and subscribe.